Nothing for sale here. What, a freebie? Really? Let's think about that and see if we can accomplish that today. And I'm sorry we don't have any music today. For whatever reason, the Google Gremlins decided to make the music non-functional. Go ahead, Tim. Dun, 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 dun. No, that doesn't work. I'm sorry. So come see Free for free. I don't know. We're going to see what we can do about that. And the concept today, greetings everybody. Welcome to Saturday Morning Marketing Smarties on December 9th. And it's a special day for Tim and me. And we hope to present you a little different show today. Because, damn it, we're sick and tired of the sales season and the discount season from pre-Thanksgiving on, as we start looking at all these days. You know, but there are even marketers saying, aren't you tired of the Black Friday barrage of sales? And then they throw a Black Friday special at you. I won't drop any names yet. I'm trying to refrain. But anyway, that's the spirit of what we've been talking about in the green room for going on an hour. My name is Roland from MinMax Media, urging you to min-max your media for the minimum you need for maximum impact. Man, my mouth can't even say those words. What am I doing? Trying to make that a slogan. But anyway, yes, MinMax Media, you're on the Marketing Smarties show, and we are broadcasting and live streaming from the DIYLivestreamingshow.com website. And if you go there, you can comment in the comment stream, and hopefully we'll be able to retrieve your comments and talk to you and include you in the conversation today. So I'm just going to take a real quick look in the comments, make sure that we're broadcasting. Yes, we are. And comments, newest first. I can see Lolan out there. I can see WeWake out there. And Aaron's out there. And Ross Boundy is out there. And Barbara Quick may be out there. So we've got a few people. And I'm hoping that you're enjoying yourself. We've got a special show today. When I say we, I, of course, include Tim. So Tim Longwell, come on board right now and tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to bring you back on later with a your special offer for the December promotion. Okay, go ahead, Tim.
Good morning, Roland, and good morning, Marketing Smarties. As you know, I'm Tim Longwell with Longwell Art Studios in southeastern Oklahoma, where we help you reignite your creativity and benefit both mentally and physically for your greater happiness and serenity. And if you can't do it yourself on what you want created, we'll even help you do that.
Cool. And it's my pleasure to have you here, Tim. And I asked Tim previously before the show, and we came to some concepts where we can actually reinforce what we want to present to everybody today in perfect authenticity and not have to compromise our principles or our concepts regarding what we're going to discuss today. So let me give you a little bit of a background, and please let me know, people, if my voice is coming out. I've been doing some broadcasts lately where our sound didn't work, so I would really appreciate it if those of you in the audience will let us know. Can you hear us? Are we actually coming out properly? And please let us know. And let me double check the YouTube side. See if we're broadcasting there. I'm sure we are. Oh my God! It always comes up with an ad. I guess I'm at least good enough to warrant an ad popping up before my show. So that's encouraging, I guess. I'm not absolutely sure how YouTube works. But anyway, let's get on with the show, so to speak. we've been talking about this for months, years, the concept of Black Friday and pre-Black Friday and the holiday season coming on, and everybody having their sales specials, doing the Amazon and the Walmart thing and the Target and everybody else jumping on board and doing Black Friday, and then having a big pump up to, approach Black Friday coming early, or begins a day early, or a pre-Black Friday sale, and then a post Black Friday sale, and we're extending the Black Friday sale, and then Cyber Week comes on, and Cyber Monday, and we don't want just the Monday, so we're going to give it the entire week, and it's kind of sickening, because one of the things that Tim and I concluded in our discussion is that the prices being offered before these sales and after the sales are practically the same as the sales. So it's not so much an opportunity for people to take advantage of sales. It's the opportunity for the promoters and the sellers of these products and services to get you to buy them. So it's all about the advertising, and it's really all about whether they are more appealing in their presentation than other people are in their presentation. And it becomes this competitive war. And one of the things that I've talked about for years is regarding pricing and regarding services. I don't like to compete. If I'm offering to do a website or something for somebody, and somebody comes back to me and says, I can get this done for half that price, then I say, knock yourself out, dude, because the work I do is not worth half of what I'm charging you. And so I explain to them, it's like, you might get as good a website as I'm going to design you at half the price that I'm charging you, but you might get half the quality for half the price I'm charging you too. I mean, usually it ends up being you get what you pay for. And if you vet the person that you're purchasing or agreeing to pay services for something, then you owe it to yourself to make sure that they are good quality, good service providers, will back their product, will help you out. And the follow-up is they stand behind their product and service. And I plan on doing that for my people. I don't want to build a one-off sell. I don't want to sell a widget and be able to walk away and say, like, sell more widgets, more widgets. That can be a fun thing, and if your widget is good in helping people, sell 1 million of them and make $1 million. I'm all behind that. But I'm more behind building the relationships with the people that'll get them to like, trust, and of course know you, and then refer you to somebody else, because your value is so huge that you're worth people referring you at regular price, not the seasonal discount or this and that. It's like, if you're worth the price, people are going to pay your price. And if they can't get what you provide elsewhere for less, they're going to pay your price. And the market nowadays is that although people search for the lower prices and the better prices and services that are more reasonable, regular rate or whatever, it's hard to vet everybody. So eventually you just got to get around to who in the hell's treating me the best, who's reasonable, and who is providing the best service and follow-up. So if you've got a good relationship with people, I've opted in with some services, and they cost more than the other guy, but I know, like, I trust the person. I know what I'm going to get. I'm sure of my product. I'm sure of the person, and I like them anyway. They're friends of mine. I'm going to pay their price. I'm not going to ask them for a discount. Not going to bargain shop and dicker around. When you're really sold on something, you come across like, okay, I need 3 of these. Send me a bill. You don't ask them, how much if I buy 3 of them, will you discount the 3 for less? Sometimes that works, and sometimes that's great. But I mean, if you are actually valued, and the whole idea of internet marketing is you provide value first. You create and provide value first. Give first. That was the first phrase that we adapted and set up the Marketing Smarties concept with, is like the whole concept of, if you're not willing to give first, don't watch this show. And this, we're talking about over 3 years ago. If you're not willing to give first, don't watch the show. I even had a website called the Our Giving Wheel, and the concept was the concept of giving. Get into the flow of giving. So here we are in the holiday season, in the season of giving. The first thing that I wanted to address was, what is giving? Well, discounting my services or discounting, the advertising and all that stuff, that's not the same as giving. If you provide something and say, we're giving you a discount of this, but you're expecting the rest of the money anyway, that's not giving, that's discounting and trading. And if you even offer somebody help with something, with a thing in the back of your mind saying, maybe if I give this, he will do that for me, or I tell you what, we'll do this for you, but I really like some attention here, or some benefit, or something. It's no longer giving. That is trading, and trading is fine, but call it trading, call it a deal, call it an exchange, call it a relationship, call it mutual benefit, or call it JV partnership, call it what it is. Don't say, I gave this to you, because if that's the case, you gave something to somebody without any expectation of benefit or return or profit. That's giving. So we talk about, giving is intermixed with all this stuff, all the sales stuff. And I think I'm speaking for Tim and myself, and probably many of you out there. We're sick and tired of it. I almost cussed live on Marketing Smarties, but we're sick of it. We're tired. So I thought about this today. I thought about this for the last couple of weeks. And we are now effectively in the month of December. Everyone's colliding with the season, getting together with family, buying gifts, buying stuff for others, buying stuff for yourself because the need is there. Travel expenses, going here, going there, doing stuff. And then there's a lot of expenses. So personally, I'm not going to jump into the stream and compete with that. I mean, the idea is, I don't compete. I want to stand out. I want to be different. I want to be different from the people in the mainstream. I want to be distinctive. And in the season where everyone is trying to get your money, the only way I can be distinctive is not to be trying to get your money. Tim and I might be the only two that want to give something to everybody today with absolutely no concern for profit and absolutely no idea of trying to turn you into a client or a customer or something. We just want to give, and we want to be sincerely in the flow of giving. And I would make a bet that there are more people like us, and there are people that give all the time, all day with their lives. They're constantly giving, and I think that this is the flow that I like to be in. That's one of the reasons I'm not wealthy. But I think that there are other ways, because people usually think, no, man, if you don't monetize something, that you're screwing yourself. You got to make a buck. So whatever you do, you got to make money. You cannot ignore it. I say that's false. And I may be dead wrong, and I might be opening up a can of worms with what we present today and what we're doing. But we are going to concentrate on the concept of giving today. And hopefully we'll get some feedback from the people in the audience to respond to what you think about these principles that I'm talking about, and what you expect and how you feel. And by the way, I'm saying hi to Susan Joy Schlieve, and WeWake is commenting more, and Lowell Ann is commenting. I really appreciate it when you're commenting in the VCP plugin, because to me, that's my gift to the world, for people to interact with each other. And if you didn't show up to the event today, you wouldn't be talking to the people in the comment stream. You wouldn't be involved in the subject that we're presenting. And so I hope that you will you know, call us on the carpet. If you say, Roland, you're full of shit, then tell me that. If that's what you feel, tell me that. But I feel strongly about this stuff enough to put the so-called money where my mouth is, and Tim is doing the same thing. I asked him if he would participate. He came up with a really good idea for himself. And so it's not Tim and I are jointly giving you something. I'm giving what I can give. Tim is giving what he can give. And that's the way it should be, because that's the true gift and that's the true value. So we'll get around to Tim in just a little bit. But I wanted to set the precedent of what we're doing here before we continued on. So I would like to know how the people feel. How do you feel about this? The concept of giving. I know that people are tired of all the advertisements. We're kind of like desensitized to the advertising. I know I am. I've been jumping on Lou Bortone's butt every single week because he sends me a new email each week, and it's about the same stuff. I mean, he's transferred from one concept to the next, but between the last 3 weeks, he's covered the same giveaway in 2 different sessions, calling it different things and different offers. And I look it up and it's like, well, number 1, he's trying to sell his book. Number 2, he's trying to sell this webinar. I mean, this series and plan that's worth $1,500 for half price. He's giving it for 50% off. But so far, I haven't been able to establish the value of what he gives or would bring to me to make it worth even 50% off. The value for me, maybe for some people they'll say, oh yeah, well he knows all this stuff. Well, I'm already in the business, so I know a different level of information and stuff. But even for people who are wanting to learn something, half of what he talks about and teaches, I don't agree with. And the other half, I give away freely in Saturday Morning Marketing Smarties show. So do I think his stuff is worth 50% off of $1,500? No. But that's just me. Or maybe it's a $3,000 package for $1,500. I can't remember. It's really not important. Tim has something coming from the audience. Let's see what he has to say.
Susan Joyce Leaf says, thank you for changing your statement on that. There are definitely lots of people who are focused on giving. Many are too afraid to ask for money. I find it's the mindset learning process to find the right balance of giving without expectation and also asking for the sale of on the services you have to offer that can benefit people.
I absolutely agree, Susan. And you know, I have a price list. I mean, if you ask me for a price list, I'm going to give you one. I have things that I charge for. I've got a crash course for live streaming. I've got a 6-week course that digs in deeper. But do I advertise and try to sell it every week on my Saturday Marketing Smarties show? No, because this show is meant for a different thing. I am not marketing to sell my stuff. And one of the other things to contrast what other people do is a lot of people have considered that my show on Saturdays is a webinar. Oh yeah, you hold these webinars every Saturday. So without even watching my show, people think I'm a webinar and think that I'm going to pitch at the end of it or during it. And Lord knows we've conditioned the people to follow that trend. Like if I get online and I lead you down a path, there should be a cliff that I push you off at the end, so you need to pay my services to buy the parachute. You know, I mean, the whole concept to me pains me, and that is because a lot of times people aren't concerned with developing the value of what they're giving, the parachute, if you will, but they're thinking about, I've got this plan, I've got this funnel, I've got this this format, I've got this easy program that I can fill out. I've got a diagram, a blueprint of how to make money. Now let me just plug a few pieces in. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's do it. So if it's just a business in that respect, you're going to be part of the plan of the people who are giving away maybe what something's worth after you've discounted it by 80%. And the people will buy it and they'll be happy, and some people will use it, some people won't. And the benefit will get lost at a ratio of probably 75 or 80%. But the people that buy your stuff probably won't use it and won't benefit from it. And some people will benefit and will work. And then there are other people who are sincerely giving value. And I would venture to say that people who give value oftentimes help people without putting price tags on their stuff. And I do this often enough. But the thing is, if you have value, sometimes if you're conducting your business right, the right clientele walk past your door. They see what you're doing. They get a good feeling for you and what you're doing. And then they say, I'm going to do business with this guy, or I'm going to seek to do business, maybe even before they know what you have to offer. But they like you, they trust you, and the knowing you is an ongoing thing, to know you better and better. That's why I do a show where you can come watch me every week and see who Roland is this week, next month, and from 2014, who is Roland. And then the longer you watch, the more you know who I am. So the education of getting to know me is really what this show is all about, because I get to give a big chunk of my mind every week and tell you what I think and what I believe and what I stand for. So the show speaks for itself in that respect. And I believe that this marketing has brought me some relationships that indeed are paying me money. Do I market each one of you to try to get a nickel out of everybody's pocket? No. But I know that if I do my best to give during this show, then I'm going to stick in your mind. I'll be at the top of your mind, which is a marketing principle. Be the top of mind for everybody that you contact. And then what happens when the need arrives, the person that watches your show or whatever, has a friend that says, dang it, I need a website, or dang it, I need a video, or I need to learn live streaming. Then you think of me and say, go watch this guy's show, or give him a call, I know him, or here's his email, go contact him and ask him what he thinks. Then through contacts of that nature, or people being on my show, developing relationships, I'm getting my business. And that's the way I prefer to do my business. I'm not going to jump on board and be a part of the discounted holiday season. So in order to not be a part of the discounted holiday season, we are not competing with the discounts and sales, and we are going to give away freebies that are actually free. So we're going to go into this, and I'm going to do my spiel here. And people, if you have questions, you want to know what the hell is Roland talking about, please ask. And when we get through this, let us know what you think. Tell us what you think of our attitudes, our gifts, our offers, and how we're doing it. How can we do it better? Let us know. But here we go. Tim, did you have anything that you wanted to add before I go on to my individual bent here on what I'm giving?
No, you pretty much covered everything. When you rant well. I have to give you credit for that. You do cover your bases.
Well, it's kind of maybe the gift of gab kind of comes in or something, but I know
very possible.
I know that when I turn myself on, especially if I start on a concept, I can keep talking and I'll keep going, and then some related thing comes in, and I can very fluently move from A to B to C. So I need to make sure that I don't get carried away with stuff. That's why I've got a page of notes to one side. But anyway, your comments are welcome from the field, and as we're talking about this stuff, you can even plant in the comments. Roland, you've hit a nerve there, and I'd like to talk to you about this, and we'll immediately mark you down for I'll contact you about a concept. If the gifts that we are giving today are in alignment with your needs, because I don't want to give people stuff that they don't need. But how do I do that? I'm thinking, gee, what am I going to do? A WordPress lesson? No. Free webinars? Nah. Let's see. logo help, banners, headers for your YouTube channel, maybe for your Google Plus events, maybe something. I don't know. I don't know what you need. I don't know if you need any of this. And if you don't, then that's fine. But if I can be of service to people, I would like to be. And I don't really want to put a limit on it or frame it so like I have to give you away this certain thing. So the best thing that I can give and the best way I can be genuine to the whole thing of what this show is all about is to say that I'm going to give away my services, which are, I'll be going through that in a second, what I'm offering. But what I can do, what I'm capable of doing from where I am and from what I do and the facility that I have as the service that I offer professionally, what I'm able to give you, I will give at this kind of a thing. I'm going to give away 20 hours of my time, divided up depending upon your needs. So I'm not going to give everybody 20 hours. That's not going to happen. I don't have that much time in December. But during December, I do have some free time other than my ongoing project. Other than my ongoing projects that I'm dealing with and my previous commitments up to this point. But I've got 20 hours that I will devote to helping people, and I'm only going to help you if you ask me. And I'm not saying you're going to, it's not a pressure point. I mean, if you feel like, well, maybe I'll ask Roland, well, then call me or ping me or email me and ask. And if I can do the service for you, I will. And so I wanted to structure this enough so that people won't call me up and say, well, I need a website and video design. I need you to set up my YouTube channel and manage my hosting. And while you're at it, pay for my year of hosting. No, I'm not going to do all these things. But various things I can do that will benefit certain ones of you or certain ones of the people that you know, I will do it if you ask. So without further ado, I will present to you basically the concept of what I'm willing to give. So I'm going to do a screen share right now and let's see if this works out. Oh, I got to do it a little differently than I'm doing, excuse me. So bear with me a minute. Moving stuff all around my two monitors. And I'm going to have to start this over again. So I'm actually going to show you a slideshow of the concepts of what I'm going to be giving. So let me share this with you now. Oh, that was good. Man, I see how people can mess up when they're trying to do this. Oh, no wonder. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so Roland's min-max holiday giving. We've already talked about what I think of the giving, and let's pause because Tim had a comment from somebody. I'm really anxious to know what people think, so let's talk about that.
Well, we have a few. We have a large one here from Vivek. He said, there's no point of being top of mind. We always think in terms of deals that this top of mind company person can provide, and it's a race to the bottom. We want to try to be part of the subconscious mind. That is where the big important decisions are made. And Vivek says that's how he says and views it. And that's basically what you've been saying all along. You want to be the person that is remembered for the deep level, not just the best deal, run, grab it before it goes away deal.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tim.
And then Lolan says it was a great Christmas gift for the right person. And Shrug TV says that he hopes that it's right after launching Stroke TV. So he does, I guess Aaron wants to make sure he still fits into your schedule this month.
Well, Tim is a an exception to the rule because he won my contest in September, and we're investing a lot of time and effort and design factor into what he's doing, and I'm actually jumping on board to pair up with him on his project. So it kind of wiped out the actual gift, which was projected at approximately $5,000 value. It's going to probably be much more than that. But,
and Mark Barris suggests Amazon gift cards. Just kidding.
well,
and Susan Sleeve says she'll email you that she has something she'd love your help with, and she has something that she might like to offer you in exchange.
Well, that's beautiful. I love that. But who was that? Was that
Susan Joy Schlief?
Oh yeah, contact me, Susan. I'm yours for the asking, and we got time. And as part of what we're giving away today, it'll perfectly fit in what I'm trying to do. So thank you. So anyway, the concept is holiday giving. Roland's min-max holiday giving. So yeah, okay, good enough. Shut up, Roland. Let's move on. The concept of what I'm doing is I'm going to give away 20 hours of my services in total. So this could pertain to somebody you know or you yourself. So if you know somebody that a friend of yours is trying to get started with web design or live streaming, and if I can be of help, then just refer them to me and we'll get started with it. It can be logos, headers, banners, or other graphics. It could be consultation, campaign design, or branding ideas. And believe me, I've got them. I haven't infiltrated and promoted to various people, but there are some constituents in and around us that do use my services, and I try not to say, oh yeah, well, so and so is my client, and then use that as leverage, because I don't know, I just don't feel good about it. But there are people around you and in the midst that have used my services and are very happy. So editing and video development, script writing, and video series development, because some videos can't stand alone. They must be a part of a 3-part or 5-part or ongoing series. I'm good at the conception of that. Website assistance, domains, like if you're figuring out which domain to buy or what domains, sometimes it's more than one to buy, or hosting assistance, you're having trouble setting up your GoDaddy, or you're transferring your domain and your hosting account from one server to another and have questions, or you're transplanting your WordPress website from one server to another, I can help you with anything like that. So WordPress, VCP events or event planning in general, YouTube work, live streaming concepts, anything else, ask me, because I don't know what you need, but these are some samples of the kind of stuff that I can help you with. So here are the limits of what I'm offering. As I said, it's going to be 20 hours of my time. So that might be 10 of you for 2 hours each. That might be 2 of you for 2 hours each, and 2 of you for more time or something like that. That might be nobody if you don't ask. But I'm going to use the time to spread out as best I can for the people who ask. Now, I don't think 15 or 20 people are going to jump on board and say, I need your time. So I'm taking a chance at saying, for the next week, we can have, if you call me up, we can have a 2-hour session of my time, not counting you and I chatting and being friends, or even talking about what your needs are. But once I get to work, I'll give you a 2-hour session this week and a 2-hour session if you still need it next week. And then if there are still hours in the 20 that can be used, then after December 25th, that is technically from December 26th on, you can have my time as much as it's available until the 20 hours are gone. So maybe 3 people call me up, and then one of you needs some extensive help, and there are 10 hours left in my queue, in my allotment. You can have all 10 hours. And between Christmas, like the 26th to the 31st, or even if it runs over somewhat, I'll give you whatever time is left if you need it, until my 20 hours are gone. Now, one of the qualifications is this will be no money out of my pocket. So if part of what you're doing is starting hosting at GoDaddy, you're going to pay for the hosting yourself. I'll help you organize it and set it up and make sure you buy the right package and stuff. But the actual cost of hosting is going to be on you. So no money out of my pocket. Well, and I say, well, maybe. You never know. I might be able to help you out or chip in something. The time must be booked. I'm not on call for people. For some people, I am, but in general, I like to book the time that I'm going to spend to you. And if it's a graphic arts project, probably we'll have a time period, like we'll start now and I'll have it done for you by next Wednesday or some kind of concept like that. So we must book the time. And for every request or for every gift that I offer the requesters, I want to have a written agreement or like a letter of intent so we know what I'm designing for you, because I don't want to get done with my X number of hours and then you told me blah, 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 and you were going to do this, and then working off of the misconception of what we were agreeing upon. I want to make sure that I'm serving what your intentions are properly. So I want to deliver what it is we say we're going to deliver. And so if the concept is no costs, no refunds. I mean, I'm not charging you anything, so no, you can't extract money out of me if I don't deliver what you want. Okay? So that's about it, but I don't know what you need. I'm just giving you ideas, examples. So if the question on your mind or the request or your need is outside of what you saw in this slideshow, ask me, and then we'll take care of it from there, see what I can do, and we'll go from there, and then we'll arrange something to say, here's what I can do for you. And there's no limit between me shaking your hand and holding your hand through a sad period, or me designing your logo, or developing the basics of a WordPress site and giving you WordPress lessons. There's no difference between one or the other. So you just got to ask me, and then we'll go from there. But that's the best that I can do to help my constituents, the people that watch this show, and your friends, to give something that is what you need, not what I want to sell, or not what I want to promote, or not something that leverages what it is that I'm trying to achieve. So I don't know if there are any comments on this stuff, but I'm opening myself up to criticism and comments and anything like that. And so you let me know, Tim. But the other thing is, I want to give you a chance, Tim, because Tim is contributing significantly to this concept, and I need to give him about 10 minutes to show you what Tim is offering the people today. So Tim, why don't you go ahead and get your presentation ready and show people, because it's really very impressive. And I asked him about it, he agreed, and I'm very supportive of what he's doing. So Tim, let's talk about what you want to give the people today.
All right. Well, I have a gift for that I can supply easily to U.S. residents, and we'll see what we can work out for non-U.S. and international residents for a way to you to at least get this at what it would cost me to produce because of the shipping costs and everything involved internationally. But let me give you an idea real quick of what it is I'm giving away a 13 by 19 poster. As you can see, let's see if I can get my head stuck over here where you can see me. Let's see which way we better do this. There we go.
You show the art.
There you go. So that, as you can see, in relation to, that's a pretty decent piece of art. And we have several that we'll offer that you can choose from. And let me share my screen so you can see them. The first one that I'm offering is Sandra's balcony. And this one is actually my rendition of a photo taken at sunset by Sandra Watson. Some of you may know her from Google+.
I like this too. It's really intense when you say it's Go back a second, Tim. When you show this, it reminds me of the sunsets out here across Laguna and the southern Orange County coast, because the sunset, when the sun goes down, is either a hot orange like that, or red, or sometimes a hot pink. And so that totally looks to me like what I would see as if I looked out over the western sunset. I love it.
And the interesting thing about it is, in the original photo that I based this on, these blue clouds were actually in the photograph. They were actually part of the environment that she took. And this was all these buildings and houses and below the sky were in black silhouette. So I had her take one during the day from the same angle so I could get a reference point of how I wanted to arrange the buildings. And then did my own version of the two of them together.
So tell us a little bit about the painting itself and what you used to create this art.
All of my art like this is oil paintings. Everything that I'm offering in the posters, the originals are oil paintings. In the case of most, with the exception of one, I believe, they're actually in homes being displayed by individuals currently, so they're not available for sale. You can only get a copy of them through these posters.
Wow, okay.
So, and then the next one here is River Canyon.
I really like this one.
And this one I've got a lot of positive feedback on. And I've done another one. You can see it when I come back. You'll see behind me over here a version that's a different time of year in a similar canyon area. And I have one or two more that I would like to make to finish the series of this particular set. Then this one is called Horses in Heaven. This one has a very special story on it. There's a blog post on my website. There's also a short video clip that Scott Scowcroft did when I had Am and Johns on my interview show a year or so back. And I explained this painting then. And so it has a very special story, and I'm going to let you visit the website at longwellart.com to enjoy that story, either in the video format or reading or both.
Yeah, keep this up on the screen for a minute. It really touches my heart because if some of you may know, there are some horrible wildfires going on in Southern California right now. And they're basically like several huge, big wildfires that are taking out a lot of homes. But I don't think that there have been any or very many deaths, although the one fire in one area invaded a horse property, and a bunch of
racehorse training stable.
Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of horses affected.
Yes, and they had to like release the horses and let them run wild basically to escape the flames, and they actually lost 12 horses. So this strikes me in a special way today. So thank you for that one.
This one is this one's called Medicine Warrior. This is a profile picture of something special that it won't touch everyone, and it's not something for everyone's home. But if you have a flavor for this one, the original is available for this, and you can contact me regarding it. Sorry?
I mean, that last one, what caught my eye completely is, first of all, the details on the hand. But I love it's like an array of tears or something, either water or tears that you have addressing the constituent's head and their hair. And so that really caught me, and I really like the way you did that. Yeah,
he's actually that water is part of the naming of the painting. This is all Everything in the painting is all interconnected together with Native Americans.
Real good.
So if you would like one of these posters and you're one of the first 5 U.S. residents to contact me to receive your free poster, please just send your request with which poster you would like to my email address, timlongwell@longwellart.com. It is first come, first serve on the available posters. There's 1 copy of Sandra's Balcony available. You can get 1 copy of River Canyon. There is also 1 poster of that one available. You can have 1 copy of Medicine Warrior. There are 2 copies for that one available. Or you can have 1 copy of Horses in Heaven. There are 3 copies of those available. If you are a non-U.S. internationally resident and you are interested, please contact me. We'll see what we can arrange if you see something that you'd like to have. I might add, because of the international taxes laws and manufacturing laws and everything, my print on demand is able to deliver from your area, and we can arrange something to where I at least give you the what I would make off of it, and so that you would only pay the taxes that are required by your country for manufacturing, because it would be shipped from your local area and tax residents. So I can give it to you at what it would cost to produce the item. And I regret that I can't do more for you on that, but because of the complexity of the laws, that's the way that has to be. So if you are a U.S. resident, be sure and contact me and let me know which one you want. And if you're not a U.S. resident, contact me anyway if you'd like one. I'm not sure how it works in Canada, so we'll have to investigate that if you are a Canada resident.
Okay, so
we'll go from there.
Tim, the details are there. Why don't you roll back and show the art one more time before we take that off?
All right. There again, there's Sandra's Balcony. There's River Canyon. There's Horses in Heaven. And there's Medicine Warrior.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Tim. I appreciate what you're doing. But wait, don't buy yet. If you order before, no, I can't do it. I can't keep a straight face and do it. We are not lost leading you into a purchase. We are not trying to lure you into a trap or for something that you have to buy to complete your project. In my case, I don't know what you need. So I want to offer my time to help you as best I can and leave it at that. And then use the time that we allot for you any way you want to, any benefit you want. I'll give you my best, nothing held back, my best time and service, graphic artwork, website stuff, WordPress stuff, whatever it is that we can help you with, and it's yours. And we'll just help you out like we're best friends. I'm just going to help you. And in Tim's case, he's giving away actual art, actual reproductive art, and we're going to mail it to you. And you're going to receive something in the mail if you ask for it. And nobody's doing that. I mean, Cyber Monday, Cyber Week, the Black Friday BS. We're trying to offer some gifts. So, for instance, if you see one of these pieces of art and you've got a son or daughter, an aunt, somebody, a friend that you want to give a gift to, and you're one of the first 5 to ask for it, we're gonna send you this in the mail, and you're going to be able to give it away probably for Christmas, because we should be able to give it to you before the 25th. That's our intention. So, did we encompass the concept of giving in a fairly pure fashion? Because that's my intent today. And in the spirit of giving, in the spirit of sharing and offering and helping and all the things that really the Smarties show is based on. Hopefully we've done that type of a job today, and some people will be able to take advantage of it, and some people will benefit from it. Then we've actually given a gift that's worth something. So if you like Tim's art, or if I can help you in any way, or I'm sure if Tim can help you in any way, contact us and let us know what it is we can do. But you're having my commitment right now that I'm going to give away 20 hours of work for free if I can possibly find the people to accept it and ask me for help. So that's it. I don't know what else I can do. I can send you money if you're, but I mean, I've only got so much money. Time I have a little bit more of. And what I do is worth more than the money in my pocket. I'll tell you that right now. But let me know what it is, if you have something on your mind that we can help you with, and we can definitely connect and deliver what it is we intend to deliver today. 5 pieces of Tim's mailed artwork and me 20 hours of my services. And there will be some ways to work that out so we can help you out. It's not as cut and dry. If you call me tomorrow, no, I don't have 5 hours on Monday that I can give you. No, we have to plan it out, schedule it. 2 hours this week, 2 hours next week, and then free for all for the rest of the last week of December as we clean up. And I delivered 20 hours to somebody or to several somebodies. So I think we finally actually completed the concept of a show before the end of a show. Maybe it's because of the value of today and what we were delivering is so skimpy. I don't know, but let's see what the people are saying. If I can even find that, let's see. And all of the 7.
Oh, I've got a couple for you.
Okay.
WeWake says he's rebuilding his website at the moment, and it's hosted on Google Sites and has its limitations. He's already paid for hosting by GoDaddy, but he does need some help with WordPress. He also needs some copyright-free photos to go with his website.
Okay, I can show you how to achieve the copyright-free photos. I can also show you how to develop them from screenshots from video. So we have some different options that'll help you out. And WeWake, you know me, call me up and I'll help you with your WordPress.
And Mark Barris says, in all seriousness, he wants to thank us for being so generous. We're doing it the right way. Helping other people is the greatest gift of all.
Thank you, Mark Barris. Now, when I came online with Smarties show and that, he was one of the first people, because I joined the Andrew Hatchett's community, the user-to-user live community, and I went in there and said, I'm lost with this community. I don't know what I'm doing. I went in and checked in. He was the first one that came and helped me out, taught me, and encouraged me and helped me out. So Mark has a special place in my memory and my heart. Thanks for showing up today, Mark, and thank you for your comment.
And there's a couple of more. I can either read them or you can give me a minute to
Let's
put
take
them up on the screen.
For the first time in Smarties history, we have a few minutes.
All righty. Well, we'll grab these as quick as I can here then.
Yeah. Get a little bit of a showing on how we actually display comments in the Smarties show. Yeah, so literally when we're displaying comments, it's a little bit of work. I mean, that's why one of the reasons that I need Tim as a comment wrangler, because he's wrangling these comments, but he's literally building them, and then we're able to display them so they're displayed properly for the show purposes. So now that gets shown live, and I really like it. Okay.
Okay. And another one from Mark Barris. This is great, Roland. Jimmy Kimmel had a similar worth ethic when he was getting going. He worked for free and took any job he could, even after he was popular. He created a lot of value for himself. He made many, many, many friends in the process. Now, of course, he's become known for helping others.
Right on.
And Lowell Ann says it's a very unique approach to doing business, Roland and Tim. It'll be very informative to later know what the outcomes are. She loves it.
Cool. And I'm perfectly fine with the outcome. I have no expectations, but as long as it genuinely represents the spirit of what we believe and what we are trying to accomplish with this show and with all of my work ethic and effort, then I'm fine with that. So basically I can walk away from this show feeling like, cool, done. I feel good about it. If I get contacted by people, great. If I don't, it's okay, because it doesn't really cost me anything to advertise, promote the services. I'm not going to make anything anyway. So if people contact me or if they don't follow up, I have nothing to lose either way, other than being able to spend some time that I've already committed to giving back to the people. So it works for me. It's like a give first principle. I'm not trying to make money off of you during December. I just want to be in the spirit of giving and deliver this. So be sure to ask me, or if in the next few days something occurs to you and says, wow, I wonder if Roland can help me with this, then contact me. The offer doesn't die at the end of the show. You don't have a time limit, except for maybe the end of December. And I might even talk to you in January. But I mean, there's no time limit. Like, wait, buy now. You can get this extra bonus if you do. This is a freebie. It's a freebie. It's a freebie. And that's what I think the definition should be, and I think that's what the spirit of it should be. So I believe that we've accomplished what we set out to do today, Tim. What do you think?
I think we did. Lolan mentioned that she really wants to know the story that goes with the horses, so I'll make sure that I put in the VCP comments a link to the video and to the blog post.
And we can Tim's hours so that he can schedule it where he can sit down and explain it to you in person. No.
Well,
you really want to talk to him about this, because there's more to it than just the article.
Then Aaron says that a true leader leads by example. Thank you to you and I.
Oh, thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. Yeah,
I appreciate everyone that's making the comments about my art, about how beautiful it is and everything. I make art because I love the world around me and the different God's paintbrush, if you will, and sharing it with someone else brings me great pleasure.
Well, I really appreciate you, Tim, and thank you very much for offering real solid artwork to give away to somebody today, and to even making that offer. I wouldn't be surprised if nobody takes you up on it. And you can pause this video, roll it back, and go full screen with the Smarties show, and actually, or look at it in YouTube, go full screen, and see better what Tim is offering, because he's a skillful artist, and he's got some stuff that he's giving away that is of value. So thank you very much for participating, Tim, joining in the spirit of giving during this season. I won't do this again for the entire year. Well, I might. You never know, I might. But it allows me to feel good about December and not be a part of the everyday ranking of what's on special from Roland's direction and what thing I can talk people into before the time runs out, before the Christmas rush is over. And it's just freaking too late. It's never too late. And I didn't see any better prices before, during, or after the Black Friday and Cyber Week. The prices, I'm shopping all the time, and I didn't see better prices during the rush. It's just that since there's going to be a rush, people we're attracting, who can rush, what part of the rush can we guide to my doorstep or to my ad or to whatever. And that's what all this advertising is all about. I guess that's why I can't call myself an internet marketer or an internet advertiser anymore. So it's been fun. Today I've probably had more fun than I've had in a long time. And thank you everyone for joining us. We Wake, Mark Barris, Roz Boundy, Lowell Ann, love you. Let's see, let me not miss anybody since we've got time to. I lost my mouse. I can't even find my cursor. And Aaron from Stroke TV, Barbara Delicio's out there. Thank you for joining us today. And Susan Joy Schlief, can't forget her. And that's about it. Love you guys. Thank you very much for showing up and helping us out with the Smarties show. And I see that there are 11 viewers. So you stayed right to the end of the show. And to me, that means more to me than a lot of things. Because people start watching the show at the beginning. But when people watch the show to the end, that means that at least they might not be learning a massive amount or anything, but they feel good about watching the show. They feel good about being a part of a communication going on. And that means more to me than all the subjects that I deliver. So thank you very much. And we don't have any music. We can't escort with music, but we are going to go ahead and wrap up the show. And we are saying thank you very much from Tim and Roland for Saturday morning marketing Smarties. So have a great weekend. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.